Okay, what is up everyone? This is Konstantinos Kifonidis, and in this video we're talking about my phone addiction. Addiction, a strong inclination to do, use, or indulge in something repeatedly. I think that lately, more than ever before, I'm starting to feel addicted over my phone. In general, I was never the type of guy that you would find with a phone in his hand. I might have had some spikes of extended phone usage, but I was, in the last 2 to 3 years, my mentality has changed so much into productivity and work that I always felt like I had control over my phone. I was able to put it on mute, leave it aside, and just continue with whatever I had to do. But since I started making YouTube videos, I found myself gradually being more and more addicted over my phone, spending more and more time on it. To the point where now I cannot go over 30 minutes, 45 minutes of working straight without checking my phone. And even if I try to prevent it, it just sits on my mind, and it almost feels impossible to withstand that urge. To be honest, I'm pretty sure that I know why that happens. So when you have a YouTube channel, YouTube gives you the opportunity to have much detailed analysis about the video performance, the viewers, the subscribers, and all that stuff. And as a new YouTuber who is trying to grow, I started checking this app every 10 minutes to see if anything has changed. And of course, it did not stop there. Now, I see all the notifications, I'm scrolling through stuff, I'm replying to messages, and it gradually brought me to the point making this video. I decided to make a turn and take control over my phone again. So I did a little bit of research about 5 tips, 5 ways with which you can reduce screen time. Get over your phone, use it less. So these tips are tips that I'm gonna be incorporating into my own daily life, and I feel that they can help you too if you're dealing with this same addiction. Tip number 1 is to track your screen time. Most phones do that automatically from the settings, but if yours doesn't, there's countless of applications which you can download, and they basically allow you to track the time that you spend on your phone on a daily or a weekly basis, and they also allow you to see how much time you spend on each app. If you're dealing with phone addiction, you will be blown away by how much time you spend on your phone daily. Personally, I'm averaging 4.5 hours per day, which is totally mind-blowing. It's close to 1/4 of the time that I'm being awake in the course of a single day, and that time could be used in much more productive things than just Messenger and Instagram. So after you downloaded one of these apps, you can now set a personal limit to how much time you want to spend on your phone daily. Personally, I want to reduce my time that I spend on my phone down to 2 hours, and when I start feeling comfortable there, I will try to reduce it to 1 hour per day. Keep in mind though that there are gonna be some days where you will have to use your phone more than that limit. Maybe you will need to navigate through the Maps app, or you will get an important phone call. Count those days out as long as there's an actual need for you to use your phone. Tip number 2 is to set your display colors to just black and white. What that does is it sort of makes the phone less attractive, less interesting to use, and you will realize that as soon as you open an application like Instagram, everything that is posted there has much less chances of catching your eye, catching your attention, since it basically has no color. It's really easy to do that. You can do this from your phone settings really quickly. I have an Android device, so I'm going to show you how you can do this in case you have an Android device too. But if you have an iPhone or something else, I'm pretty sure that is something close to that. So basically, you jump into the settings, you scroll down and press accessibility, then you press visibility enhancements, and then you go to color adjustment. Here, you turn it on and you choose grayscale. That's it. This tip is really simple, and I believe that it can make a huge difference, but please don't go back and switch it off in like 15 minutes, because it's really easy to do that. Let's actually push ourselves here. Tip number 3 that I'm going to be following is turning all my notifications off except from certain close people, and setting a schedule for when I'm going to be opening my phone to reply to all the messages, see maybe a video's progress, or make a post, something like that. The thought process behind that is that if your phone is constantly going off and you always check it and replying to all these notifications, chances are that you're going to spend a lot more time, your workflow will be interrupted, And also at some point something will catch your eye and you're gonna end up spending like 1 hour scrolling through stuff without even realizing it. On the other hand, if you checked all your notifications at once, now your workflow is much smoother because it's not being interrupted every now and then. And also you spend much less time just going through all these notifications at once. Now, tip number 4 is leaving your phone far away from your bed before you go to sleep. And there is 2 main reasons for that. Reason number 1 is that this will prevent you from snoozing the alarm clock every morning like 5 times before ultimately falling asleep again. And the second reason is that this will prevent you from picking up the phone every morning and spending like half an hour, a full hour on watching YouTube videos before you wake up. I've said that multiple times in previous videos. This is the worst way possible that you can start your day. You already feel like a mess. So don't leave your phone next to you when you go to sleep. And lastly, tip number 5 is a little bit different than the other 4. It's really simple and I've already done that. I want you to ask yourself, why am I watching this video right now? What do I try to achieve? Why do I want to quit using my phone this much? I want you to think about that. The answer to that question should alone give you enough motivation to change your habits. I want you to have that answer inside your mind every time that your phone starts to seem a little bit too attractive. But look, phones are really important and really useful, don't get me wrong. They give us the opportunity to call anybody, anytime, to have any type of information, check notes, call an ambulance, map us through a city if we are lost or if we are on vacation. But that's the positive and the non-harmful side of phones. The dark side belongs to social media, video games, and stuff like that. It's pretty obvious that it's impossible to have some quality work time if you have your phone next to you just going off every 5 minutes. And if it does not go off every 5 minutes, you check it every 10 minutes to see why it's not going off. It's an addiction that holds you back, of course. It does not allow you to have a productive day, to feel like you had a productive day, to do other non-digital stuff like meeting with a friend, for example. Instead, it makes you feel depressed. It makes you feel like you cannot take control of your own actions. It makes you feel addicted. I mean, by now, you should probably consider following these 5 tips and changing that habit. We got a dog barking in the background, so we're gonna be patient a little bit until that mother stops. He's going off. And then we got some other mother passing. This is why I'm not filming outside, man. Also, let me know if you are able to hear the wind. Let me know. Now. Alright. Does not allow you to have a productive day, to feel like you did some work. What is going on with these birds, man? Hey, why don't you let me film a video, man?